We are live, kids.
Are we live? Yes.
Yes.
Back with another one for you girls. And of course, just to let you girls know, description box for all contact information.
That's
Big
right.
Cartel.
Big
For
cartel.
Big Cartel. For spell work readings. Boxes, custom made spell kits, okay, tailored to your situation. Yeah, get into it and bring the
Candles,
tea.
dressed, charged. Okay.
Soap, dressed, charged, sigil, sent, charged, giving you
Yes.
direct lineage communication with the spirits, honey,
With the
over here, bring the
spirits. Because
tea.
that's what we're about. Okay. It's getting things done with these spirits. Now, this video, girl, we are
Mm.
discussing surrendering to this magic,
I don't know
surrendering.
what this season is right now. I feel like because we was going through Pisces season and like Pisces, let me tell you, Pisces and Sagittarius are the two zodiacs that they just don't get it in life. You know what I'm saying? And when I say get it, it's like I know with a lot of Pisces and also a lot of Sagittarius people, and sometimes Aries too, they'll be running into like the same mistakes and not understanding why they're continuing to hit these, these roadblocks, to hit these obstacles, to hit these not elevating past the course, the life class, the life lesson. Okay? We all come here with life objectives, soul contracts to overcome and learn from. And one of the biggest ones, okay, aside from learning to, detach and find love and bring that love back to self, is surrender. Is surrendering. Okay, so that's what this video is going to be on today, talking about surrendering to this magic. Surrendering control. Because there's a lot of us out here, we believe that, just because, we can call on this spirit, doing domination work, doing binding work, doing this, doing that we have the power to continuously control. And that's not how this works. That's not how it always works out in magic. Some things are beyond our control. Some things the spirits say no to. Okay, we have many teams. We have many astral and spiritual guides that come through, ancestors, past lives, our higher selves, angels, okay, demons that watch over us, assigned to us. And when the girls say, no, ma'am, girl, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You have to learn sometimes to surrender to the magic. So, sis, what are you feeling with this episode of surrendering? Why is it so hard for so many people to surrender and just let the magic take its course? Just let the story unfold, to just watch the beauty of the magic unfold. Like, what's going on?
It's a defense mechanism, I feel. I feel like they don't want to lose control. They want to hold on to what they believe. They don't want to let go and just open a world of possibilities that they didn't know existed. It's them holding on to their beliefs. So that's really what it is a lot of times. Because when it comes to magic, everything that you knew you have to throw out the window. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a world that is not like this one. The rules do not apply in the world of magic and in the spiritual realms, and even communicating with spirits and seeing them. Okay? You have to let go. The spirit is in control. Even when it comes to magic, when you're performing the ritual and you're calling on the universe and you're channeling the light or the energy of the universe, you have to surrender to that. You have to open yourself up and accept that power through you. Okay, when the spirit comes and it's coming through your inside of your vision, you have to surrender and allow it to come through. You can't control that vision. You have to let it come. You have to let it play out. You have to let the spirit come through and show itself to you and form itself, and you have to allow that. You cannot force that. You know what I'm saying? So it's in multiple levels of surrendering. Magic is about surrendering to another power and opening up and merging. Okay, so if you're not willing to do that, then yeah, you cannot practice magic. And a lot of times with clients, that creates blockages. The fact that you do not allow the magic to be, that you want to hold on and you want to dominate it. No, you have to surrender and just let it flow.
And I think this also holds true for when you bring up like the client spiritualist relationship of how a lot of clients feel like telling the workers how to do the work, you know, telling the workers the steps they need to be taking or, you know, the time frame that they need to be putting on it. Or even a lot of times too, like readings and things like that. And the readings, I mean, because let me tell you something. I just like my sister said last night. It's been a very long time, if any time, that some spirits in the cards, okay, have let us down, led us astray, had us confused. Even if we lay it out and we may not see the picture right away, by the end of the reading, honey, we have collected all scouts. And the spirits just come through and they tell the story like never fails. But a lot of times with people receiving the readings, are they really receiving the message? Or are they looking for, you know, the answer that they want to hear, you know, the scenario that they want to hear, the rainbows and the sprinkles and the butterflies. Okay? And that's not what it is. You know, there are things that happen in the course of magical working that can fuck shit up. And you know what? If you cross it and you just, you know, you muddle the magic, you muddle the pot, you kind of like, you self-sabotage, you know, you're doubting, you're worryful, you're distrustful of, you know, what's happening, the process, the magic, whatever. When it reaches that point of no return, then it reaches that point, you know, and the cards are going to say that to you. So you have to be willing to accept. It's all about the process of healing. First, we go through denial, anger, what's the next one? Bitterness, resentment, and then, you know, we start moving on towards accepting and healing. And when you reach that point, we cannot stress that to you guys enough. When you guys reach that point of letting it go and just letting the magic happen, you have to understand that magic is done. The ritual is done. Like, it's not like, we can't speak on any of these other hoes out here on YouTube, what they doing, but over here, you know, we stamp energy into the universe. We stamp an intention, we stamp our will, we stamp our rituals into the universe. Like, I mean, you don't even, like, ain't no side guessing, ain't no side skipping. Who is these? Are they novices? Are they neophytes? Do they know what they're doing? Do they have to? No, honey, it's like this straight on time. What spirit do we need to call? We have a relationship and rapport with them already. They come through. So when we do the working, it's done. You know what I'm saying? It's put out there. But again, like we always say, if you're the type of person, and we're not going in on anybody, but just like, it's just a common thread. It's like a common thing, and it's because a lot of clients, they're coming to spiritual workers because they don't want to do the magic, because they don't want to get their hands dirty, because they want someone else to handle the situation, because they kind of want to. But then if you're going to turn that responsibility over to the worker, you have to surrender that control. You have to surrender that power. You're giving it up to someone else because you feel or you believe that they're capable of handling it.
Yes. Oh, well, child, the spirits, honey. What is going on? The call just dropped. Hello? Hello? Hold on. Hello?
Yeah, I was reading the girl so severely, honey.
That's what I'm saying. Damn.
Are we still on the line?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Call drop. That's bitch. The energy, honey.
Okay.
Energy build up. The girls are just like, oop. Yeah. So, as I was saying, and I hate when things like this happen because I always lose my train of thought. But it is, you turn it over to the spiritualist, the worker, or even you yourself. If you doing the ritual, you get the cameras, you get the supplies, you call a spirit or whatever, and you put that work out there, surrender it. Surrender it. Turn it over, girl. Like, the girls say so much in religions, honey. Turn it over to the higher deity.
Yeah.
So what are you feeling right now?
I mean, I completely agree with you. As far as like with clients, they want to control. They want to just overwatch and micromanage and try to rush the magic, try to rush the process, trying to just, fast forward, and you cannot do that. It's not on your time. It's not when you want, okay? It's performing the rituals and then the spirits doing what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't rush that. You can't rush the steps that you have to go through. This isn't some shit like, oh, the next day, bam. No, it takes time. So you gotta wait regardless. Let go. Let go. Just know that you put in for Magic Girl and that she's working. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is working. Just know that. That's kind of like a boss. Like, you can leave, girl, and go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the office is still working, girl. The girls are still working. Shit's still gonna get done. You don't need to be there. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that. Like, bitch, you have to let the girls do what they do, honey. You cannot control. You cannot control. And you're not the boss. You're not the boss, honey. The magic is the motherfucking boss here. And we're the workers of her. We know how to wield her, girl. Because if you would be doing this shit, honey, if you knew what the fuck it was, you know what I'm saying? But you don't. So don't come over here trying to fucking control shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, girl, fall back. Fall back.
Surrender. It's you, like, you're gonna have to, like, come. You're gonna come.
There's no other way. There's no other way.
It's no other way, and
like, no other way.
You guys are gonna have to, like, accept that lesson
surrender.
In life with the magic, especially with the magic, and even things beyond your control too. How people act, like, it's so many people that come and they're like, oh, well, can you do this on my lover and make them stop doing this? I don't want them doing it. I don't want them doing. Like, do you know how much energy that takes to constantly be dominating, constantly be doing spell work, constantly trying to control, yoke this nigga, yoke this girl, bring them back, keep them, keep them from going. Like, for all that, you could do one ritual, honey, and have 10 new motherfuckers. Like, we cannot stress that enough. The paradigms need to shift. Now, listen. Like we always say, girl, you girls want to get your vengeance, honey. You girls want to get your vindication, honey. We're down for it. We've been there, honey, and we will slay, girl. No hesitation. But throughout this stage, we working with you because we have relationships with our clients. That's the thing. We end up building a relationship with our clients. We have rapport with you guys. You guys have our direct line, emails, and you guys be talking to us. Okay? We don't want to hear, boy, we told you, okay, let this situation go, let the magic work it out. You focus on yourself, you get yourself together, and bitch, every fucking 3 days, 5 days, or whatever. Oh, I'm doing this, I'm going through that. I see him here. I'm having dreams, and it's like at some point you just have to turn it over and stop looking so hard for validation in the situation. You have to surrender, girl. Like, especially when it comes to any form of self magic as well. Like when you're doing magic for yourself, to get in, to bring the coin in, to bring in the healing, the cleansing, to open the road openers, bitch, open doors. Okay, health, healing. It's about surrendering. You can't be there like holding on. You're there working on healing and cleansing, but you're still holding on to this motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Let his ass go. These people ain't. This is the thing. These people y'all fucking, they ain't going nowhere. They are not going anywhere. Tethers never evaporate. They only diminish. Okay. You can be tethered to a motherfucker and don't give a fuck about their ass. You know what I'm saying? But still pick up on that energy. You feel them. You think about them. You feel like they think about you. Like that doesn't go away. So it's like you'll always be bonded to that person. But do you really? I think the real question is for a lot of you girls, like, do you really want that energy in your life? Put the self aside. Put the like the kid in the candy store. I want the lollipop right now. I want it right now. Think of the cavities. Think of the dental bills. Think of the stress and the pain. And everything. Like you have to weigh those things. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna make another video about this too. But I really want to touch on like in tranquil spirits used as love work. When you girls, let me tell you, when you girls come on this page and y'all go watch that video, the title still motherfucking stands. And tranquil work is not love work. I'm sorry, it's not. And a lot of people in the heat of passion, in the heat of, oh, I want to get this nigga back. They hurt me so bad. They did this, blah, 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 blah. They don't realize what they're setting themselves and their partner up for. You put these dark, hellish, fiendish spirits on these people, and then they do turn around and come back and lay up in your bed, in your house, and get up in your walls, and you digging up in them. Where do you think that's going? Just problems, just creating problems for yourselves. Like, if you just let things go, stop trying to hold on so tightly to things that really are not meant for you. So much more abundance will open up to your life because you wouldn't be looking behind yourself. You wouldn't be looking back to see if this other person is going to turn around and notice you, if they're going to remember how much they miss you, if they're going to do this, how much they love you, and this and this and that. And this isn't talking from a magical perspective. This isn't talking about, doing the work and then, doing the work and not expecting results. This is talking about like pure, like for your own benefit. Because guess what? Right now, Ranities, we're in the season of healing, girl. Like we told you, girls, we're in the season of healing right now. And bitch, our next shift will be the coin. Okay, we'll be doing money magic. The community pot is still coming. Trust. Don't want to muddle shit. Want to get the cleansings out of the way. Make sure we're nice and fresh. All our shit straight. And then move on to the next phase. But once we do, we're going to let all this, surrendering this. There's going to be nothing like they're holding us back, looking back, worried. Oh my God, is this coming back? No. Mm-hmm. Let her go. You know, let them go. They will come back. So what else are you what else you got to say with this, sus?
Well, I feel like, you know, a lot of the girls, especially the magical practitioners, the ones who want to start or are beginning, like, y'all gotta let go of fear. You gotta surrender to the magic and stop being afraid. Stop being afraid to experience things. Stop being afraid to see the spirits. Stop being afraid to astral project. Stop being afraid to have sleep paralysis. Stop being afraid to see those entities and experiencing that and to, you know, experience things happening in the room. Like, stop being scared. If you're going to be doing magic, you have to submit to anything. Just anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? You have to submit to that because that's the only way that you're going to experience more. Like, as a magical practitioner, you have to want to experience things. You have to want to experience, I don't want to say supernatural, but like, you know, things like you doing a ritual and the spirit giving you confirmation, like things knocking, things moving, the candle doing incredible things. You know what I'm saying? Like, just things that, like, wow, would take you aback and you know, it might freak you out, and even like seeing things, you know what I'm saying? But you can't be scared. You have to give in and just kind of like allow it to happen and not fight it. You know, you can't come into this magic thing scary or like, you know, want to tiptoe, like, you know, and anything that happens, it's like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? But you still gotta want to kind of get into it. No, bitch, you have to surrender, honey. You have to give in and let it take you.
And that also holds true too for a lot of like the meditations, especially when you girls start remote astral traveling, you know, doing the meditations and going to those alternate dimensions and worlds. Not everything is going to be sugar and sprinkles and rainbows. Sometimes you're going to face some shadow creatures, you know, sometimes you're going to face some shadow, you know, reminders, and you can't sit there and try. Sometimes it's like, I remember when me and my sister was doing this early on in the steps of like developing our meditation and quieting our mind and stuff, that sometimes we'll be trying to go places in the meditation, but like we just, you know, it's like sometimes we just get the vision. Sometimes there'll be a vision of, you know, this and this and that going on. And it's like, instead of being so emotionally compelled by it and like, oh my God, like, why am I seeing this in the meditation? Like, why can't I go here? Why can't I go there? We just kind of learn to observe it. Just observe it from a viewer perspective, like being in the theater, watching a movie, and seeing the previews play out. You know the movie, you know what movie you paid to go see, but sometimes you got to get through the previews. Sometimes you got to get through, you know, the fillers, and then you finally start reaching that place. You finally start quieting the mind. You finally start not taking the visions, whether, you know, gruesome, horrid, beautiful, nice, fanciful, whatever. You stop taking them so personally. You just kind of, again, surrender to the experience.
Exactly. That's very important. Don't take those images personal. Your mind is putting them there as like a defense mechanism. It's a way to kind of like stop you from doing what you're doing, but you have to overcome that to get to the next level of your abilities. You have to master that. You know, it's a test. Because a lot of times you're scared of your own success, you're scared of your own power. So when you start making those, like, you know, just leveling up, you're gonna encounter maybe some defense mechanisms that you have inside of yourself that will activate and will try to distract you from making those spiritual magical gains. But you have to acknowledge that, you know, view it, move it to the side, and keep it moving, and focus back to the spell work. You know, don't take it personal. Just surrender, let it flow, and just refocus back. And know what it is. What it is. Know that it is a self-defense mechanism. But acknowledge it, and then keep it moving.
That's right.
You
That's right.
know? Yes. So and that's through practice. It's gonna take time. And then you're gonna realize that your magic is gonna start, it is working because you're going to get results. And once that happens, you gotta surrender to that too.
Mm-hmm.
Surrender
Mm-hmm.
to the results. Surrender to the results and knowing that your magic is coming through. Because a lot of times y'all be having results and be like, oh, where's the magic? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you have to surrender. You have to let go and learn how to see things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Anything else you want to tell the kids?
I think we hit it perfectly. I think we have. You guys continue to stay vigilant and strong through your workings, especially you guys out there that are starting work, doing work, um, developing that confidence. And when you say that final prayer, you close that ritual, you light that sigil, you burn that candle, whatever it is, surrender. Let it go. Let that shit go out there and work itself out. Don't sit there dwelling on the magic or the results or how long is it gonna take, this and this and that. Like, that's not how magic works. Magic does not work on time. Magic works through um, aligning possibilities,
Yes.
aligning the parallel dimensions so you can reach that point of where you desire. Because there are multiple of them. There's so many different parallel dimensions that we're shifting through with every passing second.
Okay.
So when you put magical intent out there to bring something to you, or to take yourself to a certain destination, that has to line up. There is no time limit on that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it can be just as quick as a snap, or you start receiving the confirmations just as quick as a snap. Sometimes it takes you forgetting about the work, forgetting that you even did that work, forgetting all about this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Doing you.
Yes.
Pulling new bitches and niggas, okay? And then when they see that you moving on and you looking good and you ain't worry about them no more, then they realize what they're gonna lose. Then they realize, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You just have to know. You just have to know that you're gonna get it.
Absolutely. So with that, definitely we'll be leaving the Big Cartel information down in the description box below.
Yes, more videos coming. Yeah, more videos coming, honey.
That's right. That's right. And we thank you girls so much for joining us here once again on Raina Teas. And we'll see you in the next one.